Welcome back to AutoShow Radio on Global News Radio 640 Toronto.
Welcome back. It is the Canadian International Auto Show. Mike Stafford here in the North Building on Front Street, both North and South at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre being utilized this year for the Canadian International Auto Show. And they opened yesterday. They're open today until 10 o'clock and open right through till next Sunday. Autoshow.ca is the website you should visit for all the ticket information. And joining me in the area here, we have a gentleman. It doesn't have his name.
Tony Di Benedetto.
Tony Di Benedetto. Di Benedetto. Weren't you in season 5 of The Sopranos?
1 to 6.
Okay, I thought so. Tony Di, with Drone Canada.
Drone Delivery Canada.
Drone Delivery Canada. Were you the guy I was talking to on the radio a couple of weeks ago?
No, that's Mike Zahara.
Okay. Yeah, we talked to Mike about Drone Canada coming, Drone Delivery Canada coming to the auto show. Refresh us what we were told a week or so ago.
So, Drone Delivery Canada is really, it's an incredible Canadian success story. We took what I call is a very crazy idea in 2013 about using drones as autonomous delivery vehicles. Not necessarily delivering pizza to your front door, but for a variety of different applications. So, for example, in northern parts of Canada or around the world, these remote communities where roads and infrastructure do not exist, this is an infrastructure solution for them. So whether you're delivering food or medical supplies or moving blood samples or medicine, there's an application. And we launched this. I'm one of the co-founders. I was the former CEO in 2014, and today we're about 100 staff. We're listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and honestly, it's an incredible Canadian success story.
You know, Tony, when they first started kind of semi-joking at places like Amazon about drone delivery,
right?
And I thought, well, this is just going to be an apocalyptic nightmare in cities and stuff like that. But when you talk about the heavy-duty deliveries of supplies, when you consider 95% of the population in this country lives near the border, and we've got these open spaces up north and ice roads that aren't operative 6 months a year.
Correct.
Is that what you were thinking when you came?
That solves. We looked at it as we do not want to be a commodity. We want to actually help Canadians live better lives. And when you look at northern parts of Canada or all around the world, it's very disconnected.
Yeah.
So for the folks who've never gone to a remote community in Canada, I highly suggest you go and you bring your kids, make them see what reality really is. It is very difficult for these folks to get general goods that we take for granted.
Yeah.
And it's very, very expensive to live simply because of the challenges with infrastructure.
All right. As we were talking to your colleague on the radio station a couple of weeks ago, these are not your run-of-the-mill Best Buy consumer drones.
No.
These are some really sophisticated pieces of equipment. Tell me about some of them.
So at the auto show, we have 3 units on display. We have our Sparrow, our Robin, and our Condor. The Sparrow is the smallest, moves 10 pounds of cargo. We'll do about 30, 40 kilometers, straight line distance. The Robin will do 25 pounds. And then we have our Condor, which will do about 400 pounds and travel about 300 kilometers. And that's gas powered. That one there, I believe, is about 30 feet from point to point.
Right.
And then we have newer vehicles coming to market within the next year or so, moving capabilities of 3,200 pounds and eventually moving containers. So 1-ton payloads, working through an autonomous drone solution that we've engineered and certified and built.
I can't imagine the lift that needs to be created to lift 400 pounds of goods.
Come downstairs and I'll picture. We'll take a picture of you in one. We'll try to transport you.
Yeah, we were talking about the Condor. So the operator's not on board.
No, so it's a mission control center we've built in Vaughan. It's the first of its kind in the world. It's like walking into NASA. It's really a remarkable site. And so we've spent a lot of time engineering the technology with Canadian minds, working alongside the federal regulator at Transport Canada, Nav Canada, and so forth, in building out a proven safe technology to make this happen.
Yeah, so the government side of things has been very, very cooperative.
We have an incredible federal government when it comes down to technology and innovation.
Okay.
They're pro innovation oriented, and we're in the right country to do this.
Yeah, because I know Mark Arnault was tearing his hair out with all the stupid idiots with the private drones near airspaces.
It scares them.
Yeah.
They treat us like an airline. There's a lot of regulations around it. It's all about safety. And our staff is highly certified. We have ex-Transport Canada staff, FAA, ex-NASA. The folks who run our U.S. program are ex-Space Shuttle program. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of smart minds. But the challenge exists where the average person who goes to a Best Buy and says, I'm a drone pilot.
Yeah.
Well, now you're opening up yourselves to problems.
Yeah. So the company continues to expand. You're doing extremely well. Now, who would be a client?
Air Canada is our commercial partner.
Okay.
So we partnered with Air Canada last year, and they're really driving the technology to their clients. So we announced partnerships with, for example, one is DSV Panalpina, which is the third largest freight forwarder in the world. And there's many more that will be coming out and being announced. So it's actually Air Canada, to be quite honest with you, is the first commercial airline in the world to partner with a drone technology company. So we're very fortunate for this partnership. They're great people, and they have an enormous reach for us, both in Canada and abroad.
Well, they must see a market, and they must see that they're not quite able to quite fulfill the needs of that market, so partner with someone.
They're seeing this whole shift, as Bruno said earlier, about electric cars and automation and so forth. The world is evolving. We're moving more and more towards autonomous vehicles. This is just one application of autonomous systems.
Okay. And you can see the Sparrow?
Sparrow, Robin, and Condor.
And the Condor, and the Condor's the big ass beast, as they say.
Yes.
You're on the 100 level, you said?
800.
800 level, so that'd be in the South Building.
In the South Building, and today we have Ashley running our display, and come down, you'll be amazed. It's just incredible.
And the variety that you're able to encounter here at the Auto Show, it's not just about cars, it's about transportation.
Transportation, innovation, technology, the future.
Tony, thank you so much, my man.
Thanks very much for having me.
Drone Delivery Canada, you can find their display on the 800 level of the South Building here at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre.